You're now listening to the Something Good Podcast Network. Please press any key to continue.
All right, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the COUCH BROTATOS. I'm Alex.
This is Cap Morrison.
And this week, we're not going to do a whole weekly, monthly retrospective on this show, but it's a show that none of us actually wound up talking about on our favorite TV shows, watching as, growing up in his teens. And, from when this aired, certainly for me, it would have hit that era. But figure we do an episode on that 70's show.
Such a good show.
Yeah, this was like the first TV show that was current, that kind of was trying to reach my demographic as a young kid in junior high.
Yeah.
Even though it was a timepiece about the 1970s.
Yeah. Hey, damn, they were good at it.
Yeah, it was, and it totally worked. Me and all my friends in junior high throughout high school watched it, semi-regularly. It wasn't a weekly thing for me, but
it wasn't like a thing you bullshitted about. Yeah. But it was always something like, oh, hey, did you see that?
Yeah.
But it was never like, it wasn't like watching like The Sopranos or something.
Exactly.
It was a good like throwaway thing to cut on in the afternoon or like on the fucking weekends when you're like cleaning the house or something.
Pretty much.
And for me, that 70's show happened at the perfect time in my life because it ran from August 23rd, 1998 to May 18th, 2006. Yeah. So I had a pretty decent run. And
I was a sophomore when it ended.
Cool. And it wound up hitting at the right time for me because right around this time period, around 99, 2000, was when I was really figuring out rock and roll. Like, that's when it really started clicking with me. So all of a sudden, they're having the Kiss special on VH1 Classic with Danny Bonaducci.
God. That fucking guy.
Yeah. And so it's like they're having the Kiss special with them, and they're like highlighting all this classic rock, and it's like, I know who Ted Nugent is, and he's on the show now. And it was also a thing of Mom really liked it, so she always made sure we were catching the new episodes. Like she wound up picking up on that within like the first season or two, so we were watching it. Like we would make a point to make sure, like, hey, on Fox every night at this night, we were gonna watch it. So it's like we would catch new episodes of that 70's show as a family kind of together.
And my folks didn't really catch on to it until like later on when it went into syndication. But when it was live and happening in real time, I'm sure it wasn't on their radar by any means.
I caught a lot of it live.
Yeah,
because it was like it came on Fox.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
We watched it, and this was around the time they had Titus and things like that. And
Dad really liked that show. He was mad they got rid of it.
And
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yes, and we watched a lot of Fox. Like we didn't watch that much ABC or NBC or stuff like that.
Oh man, everybody likes Fox. Everybody loves Fox. Fox is the shit.
Yeah, especially in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Wants that TGIF bullshit from ABC.
Yeah, so it's like we watched a lot of Fox at our house, which was completely.
And it was actually around that time. That was when NBC kind of fell off the radar with their primetime shows, because NBC dominated forever.
Yeah, but then Frasier was ending, and
Frasier,
a lot of
Friends,
drivers were
Carolina
ending.
in the City, Mad About You.
God,
all
I forgot
shows,
about that one.
All them shows were actually all tied together in some way. Cheers was already gone. Frasier picked up.
Yeah, but then that was ending.
Yeah, by the time the 90s ended, everything was going. The only thing NBC had was Friends.
Yeah,
and then it got syndicated and put on Fox.
Mm-hmm.
So
then Fox was still running. Simpsons were still relevant at the time, and still
absolutely
Family Guy and everything.
Family Guy was getting started.
I was gonna say there was a sweet spot
King
on Fox when there was like
Cops.
I was gonna say there was a sweet spot in Fox where they just had some years of just like, if you just turned on the TV to Fox, you had quality entertainment.
Was Futurama on Fox at this time period?
Around this time,
I watched Futurama for the first episode when it first came out.
I'm doing a rewatch of it right now, actually.
Very nice. Very nice.
Crying all the time now? Or?
Not yet. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Oh, so you haven't made it to episode 4 yet.
Wow. But for some reason, there was just a lot that really stuck out with me on the show, because it's like, I liked Kiss and Star Wars and like stuff like that. Like I didn't fully understand that I liked 70s things. I just so happened to like a lot of things that came out from the 70s, and that wasn't really
for music. Like, a lot of people agree that the best music was created or made in the 70s.
Yeah,
because
and it's like, and I didn't fully understand that
because you're coming off the tail end of that fucking sock hop shit, and you're coming off. All right, so
The birth of heavy metal.
yeah, birth of heavy metal. You got Judas Priest, Led Zeppelin, all coming off from the tail end of the 60s. Black Sabbath. You know, they're producing their second, third, or even fourth albums. You got country music is changing. Dolly Parton's already gone to pop pretty much.
I think the focus was really on like the classic rock, or what folks were listening to on classic rock radio at the time.
Even the big country guys, you know, they kind of had some fucked up songs. Like Johnny Cash and Merle Haggard, you know, they all went a little bit hardcore with their country.
In country music, this is when Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson were like giving birth to quote unquote outlaw country and all that. And
then you got Motown changing up their stuff because you got the Jackson 5 have pretty much separated by the time the mid 70s roll around.
Yeah, and then funk music was coming out.
Yeah, Parliament.
But culturally, in the late 90s, early 2000s, these characters, even though they were embracing, you know, it was a showcase of 70s culture and a timepiece, they were still going through, you know, the same high school problems and family dynamic problems that, you know, anybody goes through in any time period.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what...
It's just framed differently. And it's so funny watching it framed in that situation.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's a dad who's working full time. Mom's a homemaker, mom's a nurse. So they are the middle class family
in Wisconsin.
So
fake place of Point Place.
Yeah, Point Place, Wisconsin.
Yep.
And they're all cheeseheads. Yeah, they're all fucking Green Bay Packer fans.
It's still middle America. You know,
you got weird neighbors.
Yeah.
You know, but they're weirder because at this time, swinging is a big fucking thing.
Yeah, this is like post hippie, you know, ideals and shit like that. Even though the hippie culture is still, people forget hippie culture is still rampant, you know, even today. But it's just, you know, can call it something else, for better or worse.
Well, those
I guess you're right.
Well, those hippies back then were coming off the 60s. And they kind of delusioned the fuck out of them.
The real shit.
Yeah.
And so they created cults.
Post Altamont and Charles Manson and all that.
Yeah, so now you got cults. Which
Uh-huh.
I don't think they really covered in that 70s show, I remember.
Not really.
They had weird characters that were cult-like.
Yeah.
With the hippie dynamic, they kind of just, you know, that was just a way to, you know, poke fun at them, you know, with the Tommy Chong character and all that.
Yeah. But I love this show so much.
Yeah, and
Randall's my favorite character, though.
He's a lot of favorites. He's a lot of favorites.
But what I was trying to say earlier is like I didn't fully understand why that show connected with me.
Yeah.
You know, it's like now I get it.
Yeah.
But it's like when just for some reason watching that show, the aesthetics of it, the way they talked, and even like I understood it was meant to be like cheesy and, you know, a little over the top. It's like it still felt natural and organic and real and like honestly, like kids I'd kind of want to hang out with, you know. Watching it now as an adult, you're just like, all these people are horrible. But, you know, as a teenager growing up and also thinking like-minded like them, you're just like, hey, these seems like they could be my friends, you know. So you've got, you know, you had Eric who was the big-ass geek.
Right.
You know, and
it was all the sitcom tropes.
Exactly. And it's like, and again, him loving Star Wars, I'm sitting here going, I'm like, okay, here's a character I can kind of relate to. I love Star Wars. He's got a Kiss poster up in the wall, you know, shit like that.
And to them, it's not Star Wars, it's the Star Wars, and that's it.
That's it. That's all they've got is that one movie.
And I love, I think Red and Kitty had watched it. And Red's like, Vader guy's a real asshole or some shit. Like, I was like, I love that.
And then Kitty like secretly loved it, and she was like, I thought it was cool.
Meanwhile, Red Foreman just like, did we ever find out like what makes him happy other than, you know, the relationship with his wife and all that?
So
football and kicking asses.
Yeah. So throughout the show, he has these little moments with every character.
Yeah.
That just shine. Like his favorite, Eric's friend. He only likes one of them, and it's Mila Kunis. He likes Jackie because remember Jackie's dad isn't around.
Yeah,
because then he becomes a criminal. But I remember that episode, and then they kind of go back through it after Eric leaves, because he has to like sub in quite a bit for other characters. But the whole him fixing the car, and him helping her. Oh my God.
I'll combat you. I'll combat you with Kelso.
Oh, with the Atari?
Kelso with the Atari, and plus, I feel that Red always had a little bit of fatherly love toward Kelso, like that old Southern bless his heart kind of mentality.
Yeah,
because like there's the time when he realized Kelso was really good with electronics and can make the paddle smaller in Pong.
Oh yeah, because they got the fucking, all right, so they got the ColecoVision basically on top of top of the car, and they're fucking with it, and like Kelso, and he's like, what if we get this doohickey and attach it to this doohickey, and he goes to do it, and Kelso's like, wait, don't you want to unplug the resistor? He's like, yeah. But he also had like, but he has that moment with all the characters, especially Hyde.
I was gonna say,
when
he has to go to his fucking mom's house. I thought he was gonna whoop Kenny Seagal's ass.
I did too, man.
Because he's like, Hyde, get in the fucking car.
Yeah, get your bag.
That was one of their special episodes. Like, this is a special episode.
Yeah,
and he kind of saw Hyde. Well, at least the impression I got is that he kind of saw Hyde as a young adult more than the rest of Eric's friends.
Yeah,
he saw Hyde as the one that probably had it the most together and was wasting his life.
Yeah,
he was still like, he had so much. And he came from nothing. So, and basically, when we hear stories about Red, same situation. He grew up poor as fuck, and his mom was the lady from the Partridge Family.
Yep. But Hyde was like couch surfing at that point too, essentially, and crashing over at the Foreman's house
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love Red to death, but Kitty. This show could not exist without Kitty Foreman.
No, Kitty.
She is the linchpin.
She is the heart and soul of even the gang. Because that's the thing is, I feel like Kitty is the perfect representation of a 70s mom.
Yeah.
Especially when you go back and rewatch those episodes. She's not dumb.
No.
She is sharp as a tack. She knows exactly what's going on in that basement at all times. But you know what? She plays that blind eye, ignorant mom thing, rolls everything over with a laugh. But what does that cause? Every single person in that friend group sees her as a mom.
Yep.
So she knows she's instilled a certain amount of trust in them of like, no matter what happens, they can come to me, that kind of thing. And I think that's like the perfect 70s mom trope mentality.
Who's going to be who the father and mother figure is going to be on the show? Fucking
Bob and Midge?
Yeah. Definitely not.
But go watch it. It's like there's that scene where she has to go down to the basement because she's stressing the fuck out, and she's like, I know 1 in 6 teenagers smoke. I'm going to close my eyes, and what are you going to light my fucking cigarette? And she
At first, she was like, I know 1 in 6 kids smoke, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you here. I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm sticking out my hands, and I expect a cigarette between my fingers. And one hand, it was Hyde's hand, dropped the cigarette. Yeah, and she's like, light please, and then like everyone had a fucking lighter.
And I love those little moments in the moments in the show where they're clearly smoking weed, but it's implied.
Oh yeah, just a little smoke machine behind them in the circle.
And they're just giggling their asses off, and they're not saying out loud that they're doing drugs, but it's also a 70s show, so you can't not include that.
And, later on, like after season 3, they do it a lot more, but like Kitty and Red end up in those circles.
Yes,
and it's so fucking funny.
I love Red when that time he accidentally ate the brownies that were stoned, and he was like, he put whipped cream on his head. He's like, I am whipped cream head.
He's so fucked up. But I like the early seasons, like 1 and 2, did a lot of like hijinks kind of stuff. Like remember had to go get the beer tap.
Oh my god, yes.
And those kids are having a fucking party in a fucking empty pool.
I guess this is yours.
Yeah, like Eric and Hyde are fucking kind of up the river really because they have to go get a fucking beer tap, and those assholes
because of
broke
Kelso.
Yeah, they broke it. Oh, and what was Kelso's big secret that he didn't realize because he's bad at math?
So you mean to tell me your dumb friend is bad at math?
It's important.
Was it how much he paid for the keg?
No, this is for other show. There's a secret he has because he's bad at math. He didn't realize it, and then they all rag on him for it.
Oh, because he's like secretly rich?
No.
What?
He's secretly 21,
Oh,
He turns 21 2 years before they do. And he's like, you could have been buying us beer this whole time, you piece of shit.
I remember that now.
Because he's like, you were born with. Because it was when they broke into the old school.
Oh,
it was like the Scooby-Doo episode.
Yes, I remember that one.
And
No,
they're all
that was
looking
a great episode.
They're all looking up their fucking records.
Yes.
And like Eric's big secret was like every time a photo.
Oh yeah, they're looking at the permanent records.
Yeah, and like and Eric's like every time I have to take a photo, I get a zit.
Uh-huh.
And that was their photo day the next like later on.
Yeah.
And they're like, and Donna's like poking at his head. I think there's one growing right there. He's like, get the fuck away from me, bitch.
Stop it.
And even that relationship was just fun. Fun to watch on screen. Those two had a great chemistry together as a TV couple.
And actually, Kat, speaking of, do you remember that episode when they broke into the school?
Not the top of my head. No.
Okay, well then I'll ask Chris. What was the big overarching thing that someone wanted to happen and they finally got at the end of the episode?
Oh fuck. It's been so long, man.
Mm-hmm. It was something they found on the permanent record, and I'll give you a hint. Fez was like, "What?" And I didn't get to see.
Oh, fucking Donna.
Yeah, Donna had a habit of either flashing her ass or flashing her tits in school photos. And Fez is like, and everyone was just kind of like, yeah, we've all seen her tits. And he's like, I haven't. And Donna's like, well, I guess sucks for you then. And he's like, what?
Fez is always the one that's left out.
And like the entire time, then throughout the episode, he's like trying to sneak a peek, and like everyone's walking out of the school, and Donna just like taps him on the shoulder. He's like, "What?" And she just like lifts her fucking shirt up, and he like about passes over.
Because later on, it was Kelso. Kelso was doing that shit. He kept barging into fucking.
See, that's the one I remember.
He's like, "Ooh, sorry." She's like, "Fucking stop."
Yeah, because they kept doing the flashbacks of like in school thing.
Ooh, sorry. He's like, "God damn it."
And that's the thing is like you watch these episodes in retrospect, and then of course you find out, you know, Fez and Hyde were kind of weirdos in real life, and then you look at their characters and you're like,
You ever heard the story of how Mila Kunis got on the show?
yeah. She did her interview. They were like, "You're great, and you're 18, right?" And she's like, "I'll be turning 18
on my birthday."
Yeah, on my birthday, I'll be 18.
Which is not a lie. It was just on her birthday 2 years from then.
Yeah, because she was 16.
I think that's how Lawrence Fishburne got on the set of Apocalypse Now when he was a teenager.
Larry Fishburne.
I'm sorry.
Larry Fishburne in that movie. Lawrence, you earned that right.
But yeah, so I did never dislike any of the characters. You know how usually on a sitcom there's like usually one or two that you're like, I don't care about this
Even
person.
all the B characters are pretty fucking great.
Yeah.
There's only one character I didn't like. It was the sister.
Oh, well, the sister...
I liked her. I kind of had a crush on her.
Yeah, but
she was
I
like
didn't like her because I had a sister that was a bitch.
Okay, I was going to say, she was that hot trashy that I was like, yeah, you're trashy enough that I'd still bang you.
With the Farrah Fawcett haircut and all that.
And that was the thing. It was the big blonde Farrah Fawcett haircut. I was like,
she had it rough in her life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was the reason why the sister was recast later.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't keep her life together. And I don't think she died during the filming. I think the show had already wrapped, all the series. But no, she wound up passing away due to like drugs and alcohol shit.
Yikes!
And she just couldn't keep it together well enough on the show, even, and they had to recast her.
I do like some of the guest stars. I love the guest stars on there.
Yeah.
But do you remember when Joseph Gordon-Levitt guest starred?
Yes.
That's such a weird dude.
I know.
And they kill him. They fucking. A sitcom
I don't remember this
for
one.
family. They kill him by accident.
Yeah, he falls off the water tower.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
Yeah. But like,
yeah, he was like trying to be like the new friend in the group. They're like, I forget what it was.
Like, he's trying to steal Donna from me. He's like, no, it's not. And he's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, he was like the new kid at school and like immediately took a liking to the gang and like was trying to like infiltrate into the group.
He knew Eric. Mm-hmm. He knew Eric from a long time ago.
And he was trying to like get his way in. Eric wasn't digging it, and they were like, we'll just take him up to the water tower and we'll have a talk with him. Or no, they were trying to get him in trouble. That's what it was. He was such a goody two shoes. Everyone loved him, and they're like, we'll get him in trouble. We'll get him to spray paint on the water tower. So
it sounds like a Sopranos episode. We're going to take him up to the water tower for a talk.
Yeah, and they're like, we'll get him in trouble. We'll get him to spray paint on the water tower, and then the cops will show up. And he'll get busted for it. And sure enough, he gets up there. He leans against the fucking guardrail. Boom! Fucking falls to his death. And they're just gonna look over it, and they're like, huh. Okay.
Just like that.
Like, they don't give a fuck.
It was fucked up. He fell and died, but like Kelso fell off and died, and he's like, "Oh wait, it does like it's flipping the bird because it's a weed plant."
Yeah.
but it's so spread out, and it's kind of like this.
Yeah,
Like the middle leaf is real big, and he's just like, "Oh, dude, it does look like it's flipping us off."
And they had some great ongoing jokes because it's like they'd go back to the water tower every so often for like just a different change of scenery.
When a character had to like have his moment alone or her moment alone, it was always a water tower.
And if you looked up at the water tower, each time they went, it was a little more faded. There's a little more graffiti.
Yeah.
Like, they actually took time on that. They're like, okay, we're going to weather this up some now. We're going to add a little bit more to it. I thought that was always a cool little thing they did.
Didn't they have
Oh, go ahead.
Didn't they have a water tower in Dazed and Confused too?
Yeah.
I was thinking of like all like 70s high school tropes
But they didn't-
in small towns.
They talk about it. They don't go to it, if I recall.
I thought they climbed it up when they go to the outdoor get together in the movie.
It's been a while, so you might be right.
Dazed and Confused is just that 70s movie.
Yeah. Such a good movie.
It is.
Great music, great soundtrack.
Much well.
And speaking of, when you're talking about guest stars, I always loved when they would have old 70s stars or rock stars not playing themselves, but just some random mundane character.
Well, Alice Cooper showed up as himself.
Yeah, Ted Nugent showed up as himself.
But then they had like Sonny Bono and people like that too, didn't they?
Yeah, they'd have like Sonny Bono, and he would just be like a random shopper or like just
Yeah.
like someone like in line.
They had, what's his name? The oldest son and the middle son from the Brady Bunch show up as a couple.
Yeah,
You remember that?
That's weird.
The new neighbors that came to town
because the old, was it the true story of the Bradys was in real life the guy who played the oldest son was gay. Mm-hmm. And so was the dad
Okay.
in real life.
I was gonna say that's a whole other podcast.
In real life. But anyway, they show up as a gay couple. The oldest brother and the guy who played the middle or the littlest brother. I can't remember. Anyway, they show up and they're talking to Red because they're the new neighbors down the block. They live in
Yeah.
the corner.
Yeah.
And Red's like, so let me get this straight. You two live together and there's no women? He's like, and they're not saying they're gay. They're being subtle. And he's like, no, it's just me and Barry. He's like, that sounds amazing. Because he's so fed up with his fucking life. He's like, that sounds
This guy
amazing.
Kitty, I feel like they were even building it up like Kitty was having a moment, Lori was bitching about something, like all the women in his life. Oh, and Jackie was like trying to cry on him for something. Like all the women on the show were having like a conniption during the first like act, and then like at the beginning of the second act when they show up, he's just like, there's no women? That sounds amazing.
He's like, y'all are doing it right.
And that's also
It's
what I
like something Stewie would say in family.
Right.
And that's also something else I loved about that 70s show. It's the same thing they did with King of the Hill, is they weren't afraid to tackle something that was relevant at the time, like a possible prejudice of like gay neighbors or, you know, black people or stuff like that. They had a whole episode where they couldn't wait to watch Roots. You know, it's like that was a major plot point.
Well, that was a big thing in the 70s.
Because they got their VHS recorder too.
Betamax.
Beta. I thought that. Oh, was it the beta recorder or VHS? Because I feel like Red was
beta recorder because the tape went on top.
Oh yeah.
Slammed shut.
Well, there were some VCRs that did that.
That if you look at it, it's the giant silver machine, which is like they call it the silver box back in.
Got it.
But
Okay.
with the Betamax, and it's like a whole episode of Red in the background just trying to figure this goddamn thing
I was gonna
out.
say, wasn't he trying to tape a football game or something like that? in one of
Roots.
them?
Roots.
Oh, it was Roots. They were taping Roots. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Okay.
And the thing was,
That was big, man.
And the thing, what I loved about it is Kitty's all excited for it. She's like making her Jiffy Pop and all this. And Red's all excited about the new Betamax. And she's like, so we're about to watch it? He goes, yep, we're about to record it in 3, 2, presses the record button and turns the TV off.
Yep.
And she's like,
So what we do now? Now we wait.
yeah. And she's like, but we could just watch it now. He goes, yeah, but you don't get it. It's recording. We can watch it anytime we want. And then he finds out when he turns the TV off, it turns off the signal to the Betamax, and it doesn't record jack shit. And that episode actually educated me on something that I was unaware of, which was that VCRs had a timer that it could be set to record on.
Yeah, my family did that for years.
I was unaware of that because as soon as he was talking about there was like a timer, and I'm like, wait, there's a timer on a VHS recorder? Because I remember Mom would always tell me, like when she started working a day job, like we talked about on our TV shows, she watched General Hospital. So when I started being homeschooled and she had to have a job, she was like, "You record my General Hospital every day at 3 o'clock. Don't you dare forget it." yeah, you record my stories and don't you fucking forget it. So I was like, I had to be over there right at fucking 3 o'clock to press that record button. We did not know about a timer or any of that shit. And I was just like, this was technology in the 70s and I'm in the like late 90s, early 2000s watching this and I didn't know this. And Cap was even looking at me going, I didn't know this.
I didn't either. I didn't fuck around with recording VCRs and shit like that.
You know why the VCR won, right?
I've watched a couple videos on it. It really just had to do with branding and honestly the cheapness and the ease of being able to use the technology.
Porn.
Well, that's kind of where
porn made
again with the ease of technology.
Well, like producers realize it's easy to tape stuff, copy stuff, send out stuff on porn. Same reason our phones are big. Porn.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened with that's with any tech company, right?
Keeping technology alive.
I think there's a lot of other
went
aspects
to the moon
to it, but sure. There's a lot more to it, but sure, Chris, it's porn.
It's true though.
I would say
they're the biggest innovator of technology.
And here's the thing: the reason I can't argue with you is like I do agree, but I feel. Hold on. I feel like it's maybe 10%.
Ah, man, I've gone down this rabbit hole. 10%.
No. I have too.
I think they talk about this. I think they talk about
Betamax had a better picture. Mm-hmm. Quality-wise, it was better. Kind of like when Blu-ray and HD DVDs came out. The Blu-ray was the lesser, but it was easier to record on Blu-rays than the HD DVDs because you needed a time lock system on them on the ring to record over, and you can't take that fucking ring off. And if it breaks, you can still play a Blu-ray if the time ring stops.
So the technology. Okay, now you're stepping into my field. So that technology you're talking about is present on every single disc you purchase, whether it be a CD, DVD, Blu-ray, or HD DVD. So the reason that format war won out is because of Sony. Sony wound up taking a squeeze on the marketplace, and they put a bunch of other movie houses and basically saying, "Hey, you signed an exclusive deal with us." And it turned out to be, I forget the company that was doing HD DVD, they wound up running out of licensing. And Sony wound up just squeezing them out. And as soon as they put the Blu-ray player in the PS3, literally the next week sales of the HD DVD collapsed.
Yeah, because Xbox offered a secondary drive to put in the Xbox.
Yeah.
But what is it? I forget what the company is. It's 24/7 billing. They made a movie about them. It's basically called Middlemen.
Yeah.
But it's the guy who created the code for credit cards.
Yeah.
He did a bunch of cocaine and wrote the code to where you could put your credit card number on the computer, on the internet, and buy something.
Yeah.
For porn.
Yep, absolutely.
And it's so funny. And then they asked, because he's out of jail now.
Yeah.
He went to jail. Because he's a piece of shit.
Not to bury the lead.
He had minors fucking on his website.
Can't really do that.
No.
You will go to jail.
He talks about like the VR.
Yeah.
Like what's really pushing VR, and it's the porn industry.
Porn, yeah.
But it's still now. Like the deep fakes and stuff. How creepy and fucking that is.
That started with porn.
Yeah, because like we saw Tom Cruise or that guy who pretended to be Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah,
the do face all that scary recognition shit because his face is like perfect.
Yeah,
and you lines up. Like you barely notice it, but you spotted the eyebrow.
Yeah, stuff. Kind of around the eyebrow and the brow of the nose was just really static, and that's the only place you could see it, man.
But that's a whole new podcast. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
So I would love to see a deep fake of Red, just like fighting Mike Tyson.
Oh my god!
Beat your ass.
Find one of these old ass fucking like bald boxers.
Yeah.
And I do love how they talking about format wars. I mean, we can keep that going. That 70's show also touched on the cassette tape 8-track debate because that was the Eric's birthday episode. He was laying hints the entire fucking time. Yeah. I want a cassette player. I want a cassette player for the Trans Am, whatever it was, the Vista Cruiser. That's what it was. Yeah. How about a tape deck for the Vista Cruiser? This, that, and the other. And he's like laying hints hard. And even Red is kind of playing along with it because it's a car part. So he's like kind of playing. And he's like, "Oh, I heard you wanted to upgrade the Vista Cruiser." He's like, "Yeah, with a tape deck." He's like, oh, okay, well, we'll see what happens. You never know. and he like looks at the presents, and it's like he can tell he has like cassette tapes, and it's like those are the first ones he opens up. He's like, yes, cassette tapes. Oh, I know what that bigger box must be. And he opens it up, and it's an 8-track player. And Kitty's like, oh, you can play your cassettes in that. He's just like, God damn it,
Mom, you fucked it up again.
I own an 8-track player.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's the only format I don't have over there. I've still got my VHS player somewhere in a box in there, and I've got tape deck, record player over there, but I do not have an 8-track.
I was living in downtown Statesville. My cousin called me. She was living in my great grandma's old house, and she had a nice floor model record player, and it had a second peripheral with it. They sold with the machine.
Yeah,
and two stereo cords. You just pull apart and just, old fashioned, screw them in.
Yep.
And she called me. She's like, "Hey, I'm getting rid of this thing. Do you want it?" I was like, "Why the fuck are you getting rid of our great grandma's stuff?"
Yeah.
So I went on pickup, got my pickup truck, drove all the way the fuck out there, picked it up, brought it back to the apartment, started listening to fucking COD by ECDC while I was cleaning my house. Like within an hour, I was just like,
I don't think I've ever seen an 8-track player.
Really?
"Oh man, I'll bring it over." I have to pick
Be
all the
very
stuff
curious
off
to see that.
It's a box. It's just got the wood paneling.
Oh,
of course, it's got the fucking wood paneling.
Beautiful.
And I bet we could hook it up to that if that's got like a basic stereo outputs.
Yeah, that receiver is from the early 90s, so yeah.
Yeah, that's back when that shit still works.
But yeah, nobody hung on to their 8-track player, from a
You can still buy
family or
8-tracks
anything
at
like that. I believe it.
Yeah, I bought a few
even
cassettes.
on eBay, most releases from the 70s and 60s that were on 8-track, you can find them for pretty
Did you drive
relatively
when
cheap
you was in high school?
prices.
Did you drive?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have a CD player or tape deck?
This is when CD players and tape decks were, well, all cars had the tape decks, and they didn't have like none of the cars that my parents drove or my friends' parents drove had like 8-track players or anything like that.
Did you have the cassette player though?
We did, yeah.
And did you have the CD player? Because I know that was kind of newer.
We had I don't know if
It
we
was
had
like a
the
nicer
combo.
item in the car.
I don't know if we had the combo of it. We had one of those where you could convert a CD through a tape.
Yeah, the tape.
Yeah,
with
you
the
put
wire.
the tape in with the wire.
Yeah, that's what I
one
used.
of those.
That was my fucking like advanced technology.
And
in
you
my
plug
pickup
your little
truck.
CD Walkman into it, and you're ready to roll.
I literally called a Walkman.
It was.
The
I
Sony
had them.
Walkman.
I had them.
Yeah, I got the yellow Sony Walkman.
Oh, I had the silver.
cassette.
Oh,
The cassette.
Oh, cassette one. I had the clear one.
No, I had the strap yellow from fucking 1987.
Nice. No, I had a clear one, and then the one I had after that was a 2-tone black and like brushed silver, like Sony Walkman branded one. And then they had a CD player version that had like a slightly bluer tint to it, but then Mom eventually got me that one. So I was just like, oh, I am the king. So it's like I had my fucking Walkman tape player, I had my fucking CD player, I had my Game Boy, bro. I was ready for any fucking car ride.
Here's something fucking wild, man. That cassette thing came with the headphones, right?
Yep.
Now the wires were attached to each ear. Okay, it wasn't like over like ours now. Dude, I took the fuzz off them motherfuckers. I took them off that metal rail, and I stuck them in like fucking earbuds. Dude, no one had that shit back then.
Yeah.
I was like,
You were innovative.
and when I was in 5th grade, I'm like, oh, okay, that's just more convenient. Now when I'm like in high school, it's like everybody's got these fucking things.
Yeah. now we've got AirPods where it's like
Now we
the
got wireless bullshit.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm getting at. Now we've got fucking AirPods where it's like a fucking tiny little pill case, and you click it open, and you just put these little things in your ears, and boom, you've got high quality stereo sound.
But no, I got an 8-track player. I think I have a few 8-tracks. I think I got a Leonard Skinner one. I think it's got like 3 songs on it.
Gotcha.
Since this is that 70s show, we might as well just kind of keep it on 70s topics anyway.
Yeah.
I've actually, because I've yet to own a car, a part of me wants my first car to be old enough to where it only has a tape deck.
Anything before 2005?
Yeah, basically. But it's like, for some reason, it's like I want the experience of having a semi-older car with a tape deck. Because right under there, underneath, my whole thing, I've got a stack of tapes and even a stack of blanks that it's like I can put new material on from the record player or,
Me and my buddy
from
would do that.
Spotify or whatever.
Did you ever have the stereo where you could record?
Oh, yeah.
The little button box?
Oh, yeah.
Record? Me and my buddy would play fucking GTA. And like I would lean into it and hold the record button on the cassette tape part. And I would pretend to be the news guy chasing the fucking...
before Xbox Live.
And like he would shoot out the helicopter. He's fired at us. He's fucking fired.
So you
at
were
us.
like the original YouTubers and
Yeah,
streamers
but, like,
before
we
there
put
was
that
actually
tape- we
technology.
Dude, there's like 17 fucking tapes out there of just me and my buddy just bullshitting about
that's
GTA
great.
and fucking other games.
That's what I love about this show is that everything we talk about with the tech and the aesthetic of the decade, that timepiece or that time period kind of becomes a character in the show, and it's not one of those things like I'll use Wonder Woman 84 again as a bad example, to where like they just kind of force the nostalgia of the 80s down your throat. Where like there's a whole scene where like the only time that the 80s aesthetic is utilized in that Wonder Woman scene or in the whole movie is when Chris Pine and Wonder Woman go out for like a day, and Chris Pine's just like, what's all this crazy 80s clothes choices everybody's wearing? What's this, arcades? And that's the only time the 1984 part is utilized.
At no point in that movie does Chris Pine look over at Wonder Woman like, are blacks and white people allowed to date? Why is that a thing? Because that's not cool. Because they racist Captain America. Yeah.
Well, also Wonder Woman rapes Chris Pine's character, or not Chris Pine, but that's like a whole other podcast.
Rape with more steps.
Lord of mercy, y'all.
But with that 70s show, again, it's kind of like how in Seinfeld, New York City is a character.
I was gonna say, I would say that the place they hung out, for like food and shit. What was it? The joint, the club.
Ooh, good question.
It was the blank. It was just a one-word thing, the hub.
But that was kind of like their Cheers.
Yeah. It's like, I would say that and the basement and the water tower, all of those are just as important to the show. And hell, even the driveway of Eric's house. All of those are such important parts of the show that if we didn't get to visit those spots, it wouldn't feel the same.
And it still kind of adds to that small town aesthetic.
Exactly, because what would a bunch of little kids do, or a bunch of teenagers do in a town like that? Malls really aren't a huge thing
Malls
yet.
don't exist.
Well, it's like we saw a tiny moment of it when Jackie started working at the cheese place.
Yeah, it was called the Hub.
The Hub, yeah.
I like one thing I really liked about the show that kind of kept it going until Eric left was Eric was really into like getting beat up by Donna. Like, did you ever notice that? Like he was kind of into that.
He was a little. Yeah,
he was a shrimpy little dude anyway.
He was, but like they'd be outside playing basketball and she'd foul the fuck out of him. And he'd be like, yeah.
And then Donna would legit get mad at him and like smack him around and shit too.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
and her dynamic with fucking Eric is so opposite that it was with Kelso and Jackie.
Yeah,
Kelso and Jackie were just like bickering the whole
Constant
time.
Toxic relationship.
But they were the best relationship in that whole fucking show. Everything else was shit. The only person that had the best relationship was Kitty and Red. Even Midge and Bob had a good relationship if they kept swinging.
Bob was just such an idiot, though.
Yeah, he was like the just try everything once. Yeah.
But no, I thought they handled a lot of the teenage aspects between Donna and Eric really well, like the moving on bases and stuff like that. And I thought they even had a really good arc of the falling in love and falling out of love. I thought that was a really good peak and valley, because most of the time in those kind of sitcoms, once they fall in love, there may be an episode or two where they break up, but they always get back together in the end.
There's one episode where Kitty actually says something about that. Because at that time, I think Donna was with Eric and Hyde, and Jackie had been with Hyde and Kelso. Hyde was the best dude in that whole fucking group. He was smashing everybody. But like at some point, Kitty's like, "How many times are y'all going to switch? Huh?
Yeah.
How many times are you guys going to switch partners?"
But no, I just
That
thought
happens a lot
it was
in sitcoms too.
Happens a lot in the 70s too. Yeah.
But it's like, I thought it was just really well done how, they started out, one way, and then it just kind of started to fizzle, and they never revisited it.
No.
They never gave you the whole, they're back together thing.
Nope.
It's like they were together for a handful of seasons, and then they broke it off. And it was kind of heart-wrenching in the moment, because you were really kind of rooting for him, because you got to see the innocence of Donna sneaking in his room at night, and you get the audience, kind of thing. So it's like, especially me watching it week after week, it's such a long, drawn-out thing over a couple years. You really get invested with the characters. And then I remember that being the first time that 70s show really hit that emotional core. It was the episode after they broke up, and Eric was just all depressed in his bed, and the fucking angel shows up. And who played the fucking angel?
Oh, fuck. I saw this.
That was one of those celebrity guest star things I'm talking about.
Let's see.
Yeah, while Cat's pulling that up, I thought that was such an interesting episode. It was kind of like the Christmas Carol type thing of, what would the world be if you had never dated Donna?
Then they go to the 80s, and it's like a flock of seagulls party.
Yeah. But it's like, they wrap it up with, he's like, I can get rid of all the memories.
It was fucking Newman from Seinfeld.
Yes, thank you. And he's like, and that's why I was kind of giving it the voice too, yeah. And he's like, I can
Hello, Eric.
Yes. He's like, I can get rid of all the memories to sound
Where's
together.
my fucking mail?
and it starts showing like all the fast clips, and then he was just like, wait, no, I want to keep them.
Yeah.
But by that point, the angel's gone. So it kind of almost, because he already said yes. And the angel said, well, let it be done. And then you get the quick flashes. So it almost kind of leaves you on the, wait, did they kind of change reality a little bit? Did they kind of, did they redo it? And even on the next episode, they leave it kind of ambiguous.
Yeah.
Because with the way Donna's acting around Eric, she's kind of acting like nothing ever happened. And Eric's kind of looking at it as like a,
You can put that like a film theory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that actually did, like, because of course they do reference it later, but I wonder if like there was like a weird kind of stream of time when they tried to maybe consciously in the writing go, well, let's just see if we can ignore it, and then kind of had to reverse the idea and be like, well, now we need to reference it for this plot.
You know the show better than I do, probably, most likely.
Okay, maybe.
I just didn't retain as much of that stuff.
Yeah.
You remember where Eric hid his money? Because everybody knows.
Oh, he hid it in Candyland.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I love that because he always kept getting robbed, and he's like, "Who keeps taking my money?" He's like, and Kitty's like, "Honey, we all know where you keep your money.
Yeah,
you keep it in the Candyland box."
He's like, "What? No, not everyone. Shh, not everyone knows." And then Hyde's like, "Yeah, dude, I've been taking beer money from there for years."
Yeah.
He's like the shifty character, but he's like the best character, like or besides Red.
Yeah. Oh, he's very shifty, but he's also like, he's a character you worry about a lot more, especially like early on. His dad leaves, his mom's taking off with a fucking trucker. She leaves him at home alone at long periods of time.
They tried to make Jackie the sympathetic character.
She was very sympathetic because her father was a criminal.
Yeah.
Her father was found out. And remember, Red was friends with the motherfucker.
Yeah, because they had like their gambling parties and shit.
Because I remember it was the career day episode.
Yeah.
Because Eric is hanging out with his mom. Hyde's hanging out with his mom, but he doesn't like it. So Fez is hanging out with her, and he's having a fucking ball. Because it's Katie Seagal.
Yeah.
And Kelso's having a mental breakdown because he can't figure out what his dad does for a living. So what do you do? And he's like, I shift this to this and this. Okay, what do you call it? And he's like, well, I really don't have a job done. He's like, God damn it. He's having a mental breakdown by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just going to say you're a fucking pilot.
But yeah, so it's like they tried making Jackie the sympathetic character, but in the end, Hyde got a lot more of the emotional beats.
Yeah.
Because, he was kind of like the street kid, this, that, and the other. And it's like, Red and Kitty, like y'all mentioned earlier, they genuinely wanted to kind of help him. And I think that's why Red would always get so mad at him. Because I forget what happened, but I remember there was an episode where Red just started dressing him down hard.
He got arrested for holding.
Yeah.
Because Eric left drugs behind, and I took the fall.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, and he started dressing him down hard. It was one of those quiet moments in the basement where
It was more of a, I'm not mad at you, I'm just
Disappointed.
But fuck.
But Red's actor, what's his name?
Kurtwood Smith.
He did an excellent job of that. I'm raising my voice. I'm extremely mad at you, but I...
Dumbass.
Yeah, because he really was. He was just like, I have put a roof over your head. I have done this for you, and I can't believe. And it was like one of those really good, intense moments for him as an actor. I'm just like, God damn.
I like Kitty because she's just like, ooh. She's like, don't worry, he'll snap out of it. It's like, but don't go to the house.
I always love the moments where they have to like fuss at one of the kids. Like I like
when they're high.
Yes, and like the background is like all changing and shit on them.
Is that what you want to be? Dope head? And like the fucking wallpaper shifting. And it just like focuses on Kitty's mouth. Dumbass. Put my foot up your ass. I do like there was one episode I'd watched not long ago, and Hyde does like these weird conspiracy theories every now and then.
Yeah, he was the token conspiracy
guy.
guy.
Jones of the group, and him and Fez are walking through the living room, and Red is just sitting on his recliner, listening to the news with his fucking paper, and he's like, "Hey, where are you two idiots going?" He's like, "Oh, Red." It is like something on the news. Anyway, the conversation devolves into, "Don't you know the government is going to put fucking things in our brains to hear our thoughts? They're going to put electrodes in our eyes. They're going to see what we see, man. Fuck America." Basically, he says, like,
yeah.
"Damn America."
Yeah.
America. And Red just puts that fucking paper down. "Damn America." First of all, if America wants to shove electrodes up your ass, you will say the Pledge of Allegiance while they're fucking doing it. All right? You could be sucking on a rotten potato in fucking Siberia.
Oh, I remember that now. He was trying to distract Red while someone was sneaking out.
Well,
that's what it was.
As soon as he's like, because he gets up, he talks about, "You guys could be in Russia right now sucking on rotten potatoes," and he's like, "Fucking kids," and he walks out, and like he looks at Fez, Hyde looks at Fez, he's like, "Works every time." just get him riled up.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that one now. Yeah. He was just like, "I can cause a distraction," as they were intentionally kind of walking kind of weird, and he's just like, "Hey,
idiots, where you go?"
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, you know how in sitcoms where like characters have traits that kind of like go away as the series progresses, like how Hyde was conspiracy theory guy until like maybe after season 3 they kind of quit, harping on that a little bit.
Yeah,
that's kind of one of those examples that made me think of that. And because
like in the weed circle, he would say all this weird shit.
Oh yeah. Don't you know?
He's like, "Don't you know there's a car that runs on milk?" And it's like, what? Shut the fuck up.
But yeah, talking about his emotional beast though, one of the earlier ones I can remember outside of like, maybe some of the, family things was when he finally found that rocker chick.
Yeah.
And it's like that was like the first girl, like he even kind of said in the show, he's like, "I think I love this girl." He's like, "I didn't like love anyone before."
Well, he was with the popular chick too one time.
Mm-hmm, and he didn't like, he wasn't crazy about it, but like all of a sudden this biker chick rolls in to the hub and he's like, "Whoa." And she's like, "Yeah, you don't want to listen to some AC/DC?" He goes, Yes, I do." It's just all of a sudden and she's like, "Well, hop on the back, idiot." And he's like, "Whoa. Okay, yeah, you've got a bike. See you later, dumbasses." And it's like, and he was like falling for this chick, and all of a sudden she just like ditches him in the middle of the night, and then he's like left to have to deal with that, and it was just like, God damn, bro.
This show is kind of like King of the Hill. It kind of goes off the rails toward the end.
It does. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Yeah, when Topher Grace and Kelso leave. Well, I call Eric.
Before even that, where Kelso knocked that chick up. What's her name from American Pie?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't Allison Hannigan? It was.
I know who you're talking about.
Was it Shannon Elizabeth?
Yeah, Shannon Elizabeth. He knocked her up, and there was that part, and then there was the whole. What was it? Donna had dyed her hair. It looked like
blonde. Yeah.
I don't know. That's when everybody was just like, "Oh, fuck that."
I think they did that right after Eric left because they tried to wrap that into
what's his name? They brought in that other guy,
Josh Myers.
He sucked.
I know it.
So
it wasn't his.
Nobody liked that dude.
It wasn't his show. No matter who you put in that fucking role, you're not going to like him because the dynamic has changed.
But just his character, though, it just.
I thought he was funny.
Well, the problem was
they did not like him at all.
Well, the problem was they tried to make him new Eric to an extent.
It's kind of like 2.5 Men. They changed Ashton Kutcher out.
They make him new Charlie.
Ashton Kutcher is fucking funny as shit. Not in that show.
No.
Because you can't replace a mainstay that easily.
You can't replace someone that's fueled with tiger blood.
Yeah.
Well, it's like what they did in Cheers, where they replaced.
I'm HIV positive.
Well, it's like Cheers, where they replace Shelley Long with Kirstie Alley, but Kirstie Alley is
Kirstie Alley ate Shelley Long.
But Kirstie Alley was
at the end regurgitated her to freedom.
But she's like a way different character than Shelley Long's character was.
Yeah, it's not natural progression. You need natural progression to add new characters, like Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And what was Pretty Boy's fucking intro?
What was it? Was it Bob's new wife?
Bob's
new wife.
I didn't like her either.
But it was more natural because Midge had just left.
Yeah.
It was better because she's not a mainstay character.
And she was just kind of like a character that was, wasn't good anyway.
And she would talk back to Red, which I liked.
Yeah.
Is that right there? Red? Dumbass. And Kitty just looked at him like, are you going to hit this woman? But no, you can't. It's a standard trope you can't do in TV. It doesn't work. It doesn't really work.
It felt like because he came in after Eric left, but around that same time, Kelso wasn't around either, mainly because Ashton Kutcher was doing like Punk'd and
they were doing movie roles and things like
So
that.
They all got like semi-famous.
It felt like they were trying to make that new kid a combination of Eric and Kelso. Give him the Kelso looks, but the innocence of Eric with a little bit of the Hyde swagger.
And they kind of made Jackie, Mila Kunis, the main character in the show too, didn't they?
Yeah, because they created this weird thing with her and Fez.
Yeah.
I didn't like that either.
I didn't buy it. I quit watching it really once all that started.
Yeah, like it was a very weird dynamic seeing like her and Fez actually in love. Like I would have been happy for Fez, of course, to get his own love interest.
But Fez is the guy that, doesn't score with anybody. He's the one that gets shot down.
He was with that big girl, remember?
Yeah. And you know what?
And then they better wear a fat suit.
Yeah.
But like, gorgeous woman. Mm-hmm. Even when she's dressed down like a 70s bitch.
Yeah.
Like with the big glasses and everything, she's still gorgeous as hell.
And I thought it was pretty. And I thought it was cool that how like the guys were kind of giving him shit, but he was just
always
like,
with the crazy women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh God, remember the blonde stalker girl?
Yeah, I love you, Fez.
See,
and then there's the Lindsay Lohan episode where she was just basically Lindsay Lohan.
see, here's my problem. Maybe it winds up being a little bit indicative of the women I've dated, but like I loved her character, the blonde chick that was like semi crazy. I thought she was hot as fuck when I was watching that show. I was like. You can stalk me all you want, baby.
Do we remember who that actress was?
I do not.
She's a tiny, she looks like Kelly Pickler a little bit. She's a tiny little blonde woman.
But she was like psycho bitch. Oh, but yeah,
anyway,
I liked her.
Jessica Simpson made a cameo. Allison Munn. I remember her.
Was that the actress?
Uh-huh. Oh, they don't have a picture of her.
Boo. Cap.
Boo. Cap.
Boo.
I went to Wikipedia. That's on me. I should have gone to images.
You should add an image and be an editor for that page. But nah, man. They all got famous because of that show. Because Hyde was in a movie the first year that show came out. Mm-hmm. You remember the movie? It's an important movie. It's a horror movie. It's a good movie.
Was it Caroline as the Crazy Caroline?
Yeah.
Yes, Crazy Caroline.
Oh, fuck you. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah,
Crazy Caroline.
I would have taken some Crazy Caroline.
Yeah, they had had everybody do guest roles in that. Like I mentioned, Lindsay Lohan.
With her eyes blue.
Yeah, and Jessica Simpson. What was she?
She was at the tail end of the series.
Yeah,
that's right.
Kelso.
Yeah, she was dating Kelso. That was also weird. Kelso turned into a lifeguard for a minute.
Yeah, well, they moved to California. Him and Donna.
Yeah.
Yep.
But no, Hyde was in The Faculty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in that. He's in that movie.
Forgot about that movie. I forgot about that.
21 Grams was Topher Grace. Same year.
I didn't see
Spider-Man 3.
That's why he left, was to do Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. Like that whole cast all went off to do something good. Like Valderrama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's on NCIS now, and now he's just like he's a grown ass man that's all jacked and shit.
Well, he had to hide a lot of that, man. Like I remember hearing about like season 6. Like, he kept having to wear sweaters and stuff because he's jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's one of those... with
Mila Kunis ended up doing a bunch of funny... She was in Family Guy, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, good God.
Yeah, the weird thing about...
Shut up, Meg.
With that 70s show, it feels like this was like one of the first series that was our series. It wasn't our parents' TV shows or anything like that. I would grow up watching Cheers and everything else that was classic TV. Mm-hmm. And that 70s show was like the first original programming that still stuck with me as a... in my formative years, and seeing all the actors, become famous or not famous in their various outlets afterwards, you still are invested in these performers because of the show.
Oh, absolutely. And
Danny Masterson, not so much, but
but I thought it was actually one of the few plot points I actually liked in the later seasons is when Hyde's real dad came back into the picture, and he gave him the record store, and when Hyde was working at a record store and Tommy Chong's character was a little bit more of a mainstay.
Yeah,
those episodes weren't too bad, but again, it just felt like kind of like the King of the Hill thing. It just started going for more of the absurd.
They jumped the shark.
Yeah,
and that Hyde story just sounds like a more progressive, more what's the word I'm looking for?
liberal propaganda.
No, but like a more natural conclusion for that character.
Yeah.
What was the
Instead of
dad?
going to Africa.
I was gonna say, what was his dad's name? Because his dad wound up being black, and he was like, and at first they were gonna make a joke about the hair.
He's got a half sister. Mm-hmm. That he almost fucked.
Yeah, that's how he found out about it. Yeah, and what was funny is I thought they were gonna make a joke about his hair. They kind of set it up. He was like, my dad's black. That makes all the sense in the world now. And like they kind of like almost do like when they say it, like his hair is like really poofed out. He's like, it makes all the sense now. My love of music, my rhythm, like it starts listing off everything except his hair.
Yeah, William James W.B. Barnett.
I was gonna say I remember seeing him in other things that way. Like when he showed up, I was like, oh, that's okay.
See, Tim Reed is the actor's name. Let me see what his credits are. As Chris takes away the computer from me.
He's like, my computer.
He was a teacher in Tales from the Hood.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The one where the kid gets crippled, not the one that goes to the house and tries to stop it.
Oh, that's right.
Poor motherfucker.
And
Great fucking movie.
And the only other episode I really remember from that later one, only because it was semi-sad, was the final.
Dad, it's your sister.
Yeah.
What was the final episode, which was the New Year's heading into 1980.
And they're all. It shows all of their composite pictures with little ending stories under them, or was that the end of another season?
That was the end of another series.
Oh, okay. Well, it had. I remember Eric in particular saying that he got into a beret wearing phase in college and things like that under his.
That was one of those time travel episode things.
Yeah,
that was like one of those non-canon time travel things.
It was the one where they go to their reunion.
That's what it
And
was.
big fat, was it Big Patty? Mm-hmm. And she's all skinny and thin.
Yeah.
Because that's what she really looks like.
That's right. The one that.
And like Donna is married to someone else. Eric is with somebody else. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like that weird
Kelso
flash forward.
Kelso and Jackie are still together.
That was kind of like a parallel universe episode,
it did the same
wasn't
thing
it?
as National Lampoon's. Oh fuck! What is that?
If you're gonna finger tap, please sit closer because the finger taps is louder than your voice.
Sorry,
you're fine.
No, Animal House.
Right.
They did the same thing Animal House
That's
does.
what I'm saying. Yeah, the little
Epilogue at the end.
Yeah.
It was basically like a post credits like joke.
Yeah.
So what does happen on the very last episode? Because
So they're trying to get together a New Year's party.
Yeah.
And at the Foreman house, and rumor has it is that Eric's going to show up because Kelso showed up like within like the first 2 minutes of the episode, and he's like, "I'm back! Of course I couldn't miss this. It's the turn of the century, shit like that." So he's back, and like Donna the entire time is just kind of like, Eric's not going to show up, and it's like he kept calling, and Kitty was answering, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to see you. Yeah, Donna's here. You want to?" Okay.
He would just hang up.
All right. Okay, yeah, I'll talk to you later. And it's like every time that would happen, Donna's like, he doesn't want to see me. He's not going to come. He's not going to see me. And like it literally like to the entire episode, you just do not know. And finally, they're all just kind of standing outside, going, if he's going to be here, it'll be any time now. And then I think like Fez comes running out. He's like, the ball's about to drop. The ball's about to drop. And so they're like, okay, well, it's time to all kind of go back in. They all kind of just mosey in, and like you hear them kind of doing the countdown, like 10, 9. 8, and then like right as they get to like 7, you hear Donna, and then she turns around and it's Eric. He's running on up, and it's like literally at like the 1 they make it inside.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
pretty
like,
good.
So that was a pretty cool little ending. There, it's just like, okay, well at least he finally made it back, to do all that.
And that's just one of those series finales where it's just like you check all the boxes and just kind of satisfy everybody that was even remotely invested in it.
Yeah, because I feel like they even killed off what's his head. Like the replacement dude. I feel like he died a few episodes prior to that.
I don't remember him dying.
He either died or like they sent him away or something.
Like I think he moved back to where he came from.
Yeah, you go back to where you came from. So help me.
Do you have a favorite?
It says he makes a brief appearance in the series finale. And
Okay.
That's all it says.
Yeah, they kind of started writing him out of a lot of episodes.
They were like, everybody fucking hates this dude.
Yeah, basically. And,
do you have a favorite episode?
favorite episode?
Same for you.
One of them I actually liked going back and like finding was the musical episode where they're doing like the I remember specifically one of them, they were in the basement and it turned into a music video for the Joker.
Yeah.
Where everyone was kind of singing, I'm a Joker, I'm a smoker,
Yeah.
I'm a man. And that one, I remember there was like a Sonny and Cher parody moment. I like that one because it just kind of really did a nice span of like 70s culture.
I like that conversation they have where they're just in a circle just smoking and that song comes on and fucking hide the whole time. He's like, I'm the smoker, man. And the Joker. And it's like everybody's trying to get an edge in. And he's like, the pompous of love. He's like, shut the fuck up.
I can't narrow it down to a specific episode, quite frankly, but I like the Fez episodes were always hilarious to me. The high character arcs were
when you meet
always
his
fun.
adoptive family.
Yeah.
His weird adoptive family.
God, I remember that. And I always like the ongoing
They
joke.
wouldn't give him sugar.
Yeah.
I always like the ongoing joke, and they never give it to us. And I actually know the studio trick they did, but we never learned Fez's real name because Fez is just his nickname.
Well, he's just saying Topher Grace, Danny Masterson.
Because
Ashton Kutcher,
they
Mila
showed a
Kunis.
flashback scene of like Fez's first day at school, and he's like he was like hung up by his underwear by like a door or
Kelso
some
and
shit.
Hyde pull him down and shit.
And they're like, dude, well, I'm so sorry about that. Well, welcome to the school, this, that, and the other. He goes, oh, thank you. My name is Fez. And you're like, Fez? What's your real name? He goes, well, my real name is, and then there's a car horn or like the school bell starts ringing, and yeah, he's just saying Danny Masterson, Topher Grace, yada yada yada. That way his mouth is moving the whole time.
He's saying all the stars of the show.
Yeah.
And then it's like school bell finally stops. He stops talking. They all just kind of look at each other and goes, well, it's great to meet you, Fez.
Did y'all ever? Do y'all remember when they tried to do that 80s show?
I was gonna bring that up as like the final bit. As that 70s show was so successful, they tried that 80s show.
They owned he was an infomercial salesman. Mm-hmm. The dad was. The chick was some punk rock bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
And
she had
I
the
think
hair
did
and
they run a record
everything.
store?
Yeah, they ran a record store. There was like a new wave kid, a punk rocker, the metalhead. They tried to do the whole same archetype as that 70s show, but it fell so flat.
That was such like a cash-in fucking attempt.
Yeah, like it was bad. Because I remember they were like, travel back in time with Fox on Thursday nights. That 70s show and that 80s show block. And it's like, we tried.
They could have done just a spin-off show called Point Place.
Dude, yeah, that would have been cool.
About probably like Kelso and Jackie. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite episodes is when Eric and Red go hunting.
Oh my God, yeah.
And he's talking shit to Eric the whole goddamn time. And Eric's taking it. He's sitting there taking it, and they're in that fucking deer stand, that 2-man deer stand.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, look!" And like he just doesn't give a shit because it's a deer. He don't give a shit.
Right.
And his
meat
dad's-
hunting.
He's like, and he misses. He forces Eric to shoot at it, and he misses. He's like, "What? You fucking missed?
It was right there.
It's right there. What the fuck's wrong with you?" And he's like, "Look, pow, pow, pow," and it's just like knocking targets out the fucking air. And he's like, "What the hell?" He's like, "I don't feel like killing a fucking animal."
Yeah.
That was his whole big thing. He's just like, "I just wanted to hang out."
Yeah.
It was just,
Because he was looking at it as, maybe this will be some bonding time with Dad. Maybe we can talk, and
it's such a funny episode because everybody else is at the cabin.
yeah.
And it kind of, that and the ice fishing episode.
Oh my
Damn, Jackie, I don't control the fucking weather.
See, that's the thing. It's hard for me to think of a single
Jackie.
episode because there are so many great lines. Like, even in that episode, they hide the stash in the vase, and Kelso gets his fucking hand stuck. And the whole joke is that he's like, I can't get the hand out, and he's like been working it the entire fucking time, even to the point where Red is like, Kelso, what's behind your back? And he like has to hold his hand out with the vase on it and this, that, and the other. And finally, I forget who says it, and he's like, well, we hid our stash in here, and I've been holding on to it. And Hyde's like, what? You're still holding on to the stash? Let it go. He goes, well, if I just let it go, it'll... And then the vase just goes flying off his fucking hand.
Classic. Because I was rewatching it not too long ago, and for some reason
I love that just response. He's like, ha ha ha, classic.
But I was rewatching it a while back, and I for some reason decided to stop midway through it. I need to pick back up on that if it's still on Netflix.
The ice fishing episode is fairly early on.
Yeah.
Because they tried to do the dating game. they did the dating game inside the fucking ice fishing cabin.
Oh,
Eric and Donna are really good at it, and Eric and Donna are good at it, but Kelso and fucking Jackie are just like crumbling. And then like they have a talk outside, and then Eric and Donna fuck up.
Yeah.
And Fez is getting mad because.
Well, do you remember the intro to that episode?
Oh, what the fuck? No, I can't remember the intro. I remember they were just going fishing.
It starts cold open. It's not kind of dusk, nighttime. They're in the van, and Kelso's driving. Hyde, I don't think. Hyde is in the back. Jackie's up front. Yeah, and it's the three of them in the back. Hyde, Donna, and Eric.
Yeah.
Eric. And that's the only people you see. And they're just talking about, he's like, yeah. Jackie's dad owns a cabin, blah, 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 we're ice fishing, blah, 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 whatever it is. And he's like getting real antsy, like they're at this red light. And you like, he's seeing him looking like the mirror the entire time. And finally, Eric's like, what are you doing, man? He's like, don't worry about it. He's like, come on. And like, right as he's about to fucking go, it's like you see the green go across his face. He's like, yes! And as soon as it starts doing it, you hear on the side of the van, he's like, damn it. And Eric's like, what is that? No, stop the van. They stop it. The car door opens up, like the side of it opens up. It's Fez. He's like, I have been chasing you for the last 2 miles.
Okay, Fez, you can join us.
But no, the whole it was a simple thing. Like Donna goes, man, I'm kind of chilly. And Eric just takes his fucking scarf off. Oh, here you go. He's like, and Jackie does that pop. Kelso. He's like, damn, Jackie, I can't control the fucking whip. Should have brought another coat, bitch.
I love those moments where like just Kelso and Jack are just being shitty with each other.
Damn, Jackie.
Oh, remember the camping episode?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or where they all have to they're sitting around the bonfire telling stories, trying to go skinny dipping in the lake and all this other bullshit.
I like another favorite like just moment is just Eric hanging out with his mom at the nursing. Being a nurse.
Yeah.
And she's like, Miss Foreman, why did you erase this penicillin from this man's chart that I prescribed him? I did because it would kill him.
Mm-hmm. It showed that like not only was she good at her job, but she was clearly the person there that gave a shit about.
She kept people alive. And
yeah.
Then like in the beginning of it, they met a guy, an old man she was taking care of, and by the end of the episode, toward the end of the episode, he died.
Yeah.
And like Eric is like, what the fuck? What do you mean? He just died.
Yeah.
She's
and
like,
Kitty's just like, well,
she's changing the bed sheets. She's like, well, that fucking happens. Like it is a hospital.
Yeah.
Get real, son.
Yeah.
This is the real world.
Ungawa.
And talking about the job things, I also thought it was really cool how they touched on a little bit of the depression and made Red lose his job. Like, I thought that was really interesting.
The 70's recession.
Yeah, the recession. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I thought it was very interesting that they touched on that and was just like, hey, you're going to lose your job. And just to the point where, like, all of a sudden now he had to kind of accept lower positions. And watching someone like Red, someone that prides himself in the all-American man, I have my wife and my kids, and I have my 9 to 5, and all of a sudden now he has to find something new and listen to some fucking snot-nosed teenager tell him what to do at a fucking grocery store.
Eventually he got up the muffler shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually.
He worked at basically their version of the Food Lion, and then he worked at the dog food plant. And then I think it was actually Bob that got him a job at the muffler shop.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, Bob had his own store.
And then Bob.
Oh no, he had the electronics store. That's what it was.
And then that was the whole thing too, where Red's just like, Bob is helping me. Bob is getting me out of my jam.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I want to shoot myself.
Yeah.
I want to put my own boot up my own ass.
Do y'all remember who originally wrote the theme song for that 70s show?
No, but I know who performed it from season 2 onward.
Yeah. Do you know Chris? The band was Big Star, who wrote In the Streets, and Cheap Trick performed it on the for the TV show. There's a music video of it too.
That's awesome.
Yeah. As soon as I found out, like, because again, that perfectly ties into what we were recording, before with You Got to Hear This.
Yeah, we should mention that. We got a Cheap Trick episode, and You Got to Hear This on the Patreon, guys.
Yeah, probably out a few weeks ago by the time this episode comes out, maybe a month or so ago. But yeah, so it's like, that I think even moments like that where I'm like, oh, Cheap Trick is doing a thing for that 70s show. That was just another one of those examples of, oh, I'm hearing the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That band just keeps finding its way to get into pop culture.
Well, is there anything else we can really think of that we want to praise or discuss about that 70s show that really stuck with us? Aside from the fact that anytime I see it on the streaming services, that's one of those few shows that it's just a good little fallback, especially the first, 4 or 5 seasons. There's really not a bad episode in it.
Anytime it would come on syndication on if I'm having nothing going on, on a Sunday afternoon back when, you would spend your afternoons watching syndicated TV shows, that 70s show would be running for 2 or 3 hours. And I'd be like, all right, well, I know what I'm doing this afternoon.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And, I don't know. It was just always consistent, especially those first few seasons. And I feel compelled now after talking about it to revisit it to an extent.
Yeah, I definitely agree. No, that was always a show that kind of just stuck with me. There was a lot of shows I remember kind of watching the runs of and not going back and rewatching. Hell, even Grounded for Life is like that. It's just mainly because it's just hard to find. Yeah. But that 70s show is one of them that I remember always kind of going back and kind of logging in my head as like, this is a rewatch.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch this again and again.
Not too many original shows from that time period kind of hold up to where we're watching it, today. If it's...
You think of another one, Chris?
Roseanne before season 6.
Yeah.
But Roseanne was a lot earlier than that 70s show, though, right?
Yeah, I think Cap was talking about from this time era of TV.
Oh,
maybe Lost.
Fuck Lost.
I know you don't like Lost, but you have to admit,
it's a smoke machine, everyone.
Look, I
Lost.
don't like the way they wound up wrapping it up in the last few seasons.
Oh, when they're all
either.
in hell?
Yeah, I didn't like that either. But you do have to agree they have a large fan base and people still talk about the show.
They do. So does Scientology. Like,
I'm just trying to leverage Cap's point of that. There's very few shows that people will go back and rewatch from this time period.
That wasn't on HBO.
Yeah. and I feel like Lost might be the only other one that could be part of that conversation.
You mentioned 24. I haven't rewatched that in a minute. That's kind of like that was a couple years afterwards, but
2003.
Yeah, something like that. Let me look that up.
I feel like there were episodes that run in at the same time.
Probably right. That was on Fox.
Yeah, I feel like there was a time in which 70 Show and 24 had new episodes at the same time.
Yeah.
See, the first episode of 24.
I saw enough goddamn promos for 24. There had to be.
Oh, my mom and my brother fucking loved 24.
I'm Jack Bauer.
And that character was badass. It was
I tried watching a few episodes. It didn't grab me.
Jack, we need the Russian nuke codes, or they're gonna go off. How am I gonna get them? I'm gonna take his fucking teeth out.
Yes. And I gotta get this done in fucking 24 hours.
Don't worry, I keep a roll of nickels in my shoe.
I have a flip phone. There's no way our signal's gonna fucking cut out during all this.
Brought to you by AT&T.
Yeah, 2001 was when it 24 first aired.
Yeah. So there was a year or two of crossover.
Yeah. Probably not any. I can't remember any of that 70 show characters.
But honestly, I would
Alicia
say.
Cuthbert, the daughter, which showed up in that 70s show.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, I would say that 70s show probably has more rewatchability than 24.
Yeah, everything else is
I'd
animated.
agree.
Everything else is probably animated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FX at the time had The Shield.
Yeah. Ooh, speaking of effects, I was looking at the cast list of that 80s show, and there was only one name I recognized, and it was Glenn Howerton. Do y'all know who Glenn Howerton is?
Not by name, but by face.
Y'all would know him better as Dennis Reynolds on It's Always Sunny.
Really?
I saw that too and went like, oh shit, baby Dennis.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
I can see a young Charlie Day on that 70s show trying to sell fucking Coke.
Right?
Oh my God,
him
yes.
and Tommy Chong being best friends.
Oh, that would be funny as
I'd watch
shit.
that
Tommy
TV
Chong
show.
is just in his like hemp vest and fucking jeans, and Charlie Day's in a suit because he sells cocaine.
I want to see
that
this.
would be great.
I want to see this show present day. Tommy Chong's still doing shit.
Yeah, really.
Cheech Bears with
Weed fucking preserved that motherfucker.
Yeah, he did. Or it did.
yeah.
Same thing with Willie Nelson, man.
Right.
You heard what Snoop Dogg said about Willie Nelson? Never smoke with that motherfucker again.
There was a song where somebody did that where it's like, I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. My party's all over before it begins.
Yeah.
In the fetal position and drool on my chin.
Damn. What's the point of smoking that shit like this? It's gonna be that bad.
To outdo Willie. Willie's just like, oh, you're gonna outsmoke me. Okay.
Well, I definitely enjoyed doing this episode. I think we ought to find more series to kind of do, just shotgun.
Well, we
kind
figured
of
out there are no
approach to.
other good shows from that time period.
That we can think of.
Yeah, not at least off the top of our heads.
Okay.
No, and I know down the line we'll probably wind up discussing more live action shows we watched because we talked about the last live action show thing we discussed was more or less what we watched as kids and teens. Why not the current TV we're watching now that we maybe can't dedicate an entire episode to, but stuff that we started watching later on.
It's like we've been kind of covering shows that we watched as we developed as adults and things like that too. And
figuring
this one
out
was
our personality and the things we like.
And that 70s show was pretty universal across the board for us. But then,
and I felt like that was something that we could just talk in length on anyway.
And then, but then HBO comes out, and then you got all these intense series and things like that on top of FX. That was it was still
and A&E.
And it was still cable, but they still got pretty graphic here and there. They were pushing the buttons a little bit with what they can get away with on TV.
Oh, absolutely.
Nip Tuck and shit like that.
Oh, fuck Nip Tuck.
Yeah, that's that fucking show.
I love that show. Hey, Holmes, you're part of us now, man.
Yeah.
Remember that fucking the dude that had the fucking demon tattooed on his fucking
It's like,
body?
this is about plastic surgeons, right?
No, this is about ripping cocaine out of motherfuckers. I want to feed you to my fucking
It got
hater.
so intense.
I have a very specific Nip Tuck memory, but I'll save that for that episode.
Oh, it's a monstrous show.
It
dude.
was crazy.
Remember the lady that got stuck to the couch?
Oh, God. Well, let's save that for this episode. We'll save it for
Yes.
the episode. Save it for the episode.
Gross.
But for this episode of the Couch Brotatoes, I've been Alex.
This has been Cap.
Chris. And Chris, do you have any final thoughts for us?
Oh, man. I love that 70s show. And if you can't find it now, a sitcom that you can watch, which is a damn shame. But go back and watch that show just for the relevances of it now.
Yeah.
For now. Because it always stays relevant. It's a simple story about 6 friends who had decent families and who had problems.
Yeah.
And we don't see that anymore.
And you never had any horrible for the sake of horrible characters on
And
that
they're not
show.
like the 6 assholes from Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who all had weird jobs where they all didn't work. Yeah, just drank
right.
coffee all day.
It's kind of like how Seinfeld was, too. Nobody
Seinfeld,
really...
I hate Seinfeld.